Carmichael was found dead Saturday on the side of the road, and his wife was found shot to death earlier in Columbia. Carmichael's brother has been charged for murder in the death of his wife. Now, investigators are working to connect the two. Our Wrdw breaks down that timeline.
Both the Richland and the Aiken County Sheriff's offices are working closely to put the pieces together after a connection was made between a Columbia murder and a Batesburg death, one that happened right here on the 100 block of Holder Road in Batesburg. On March 13th, Ashley Hagler was found shot to death in her car on the corner of Macaw and Malcolm Street at 5 a.m. in Columbia, with her 5-year-old in the back seat, screaming for help for his mother. Her husband, Rufus Carmichael, was found dead in Batesburg later that same morning. Incident reports are telling us more about what happened leading up to that. Earlier that night, there was an altercation at Hagler's house, and she and her child's father, Rufus Carmichael, woke up to someone banging on their door. He went outside and there was a large bang sound and a car speeding off. Rufus did not come back inside, so she went looking for him. A missing persons report was filed at 3 a.m. that night for Rufus. Only 58 minutes later, the Aiken County Sheriff's Office received a call about a body on Holder Road. They confirmed it was Rufus Carmichael. His brother, Charles Carmichael, is charged with the murder of Ashley Hagler, but he is not being charged for Rufus Carmichael's death. Investigators say even once they piece together the motive, the pieces still don't seem to make sense.
Again, you just kind of shake your head and go, why? And hope you find an answer, but there's just no answer that's going to justify people losing their life.
Coming up at 6, we break down more of the background of this case. Reporting in Batesburg, Wrdw, on your side.
All right, thanks for that, Will. Taking a look outside, that is the gateway to Grovetown. Traffic slowed down per usual there. It is drive time, 5 o'clock. We are looking at some cooler high temperatures today. Macaw Hannah Harding's taking a look at what we can expect tonight. Does it look nice?
Well, it doesn't look too nice, Meredith, unfortunately, and we did look at some cooler high temperatures today. That was thanks to those wedge conditions. Those winds out of the north and northeast brought in some cooler air across the area, and that impacted our temperatures here in the Augusta Metro. Not quite able to make it into the 60s today around the region, but now we're tracking rainfall finally moving into the area after all that cloud cover today. I know many of you may have been looking for the rain, but it is finally starting to move into our area. Sparta right now, Hancock County actually getting on some moderate rainfall, but the rest of us north of the I-20 mainly seeing those light showers, and we are expecting more showers to move in for the rest of the CSRA as we continue through this evening. Now, looking at those spread of temperatures, again, those wedge conditions bringing in that cooler air across the northern part of the area, especially. You can see Wrightsville down in Johnson County still at 76 degrees, Saluda at 44 degrees right now. We'll talk more about those temperatures tonight and also that rainfall coming up.
All right, thanks for that, Macaw. Judges and courtroom staff now eligible to get the vaccine in Georgia. That is the word from Governor Brian Kemp coming with just the last hour.
Given the significant case backlog our courts are experiencing, we believe it is vital to get the third branch of state government back operating smoothly and safely.
Also this afternoon, he addressed everyone hoping to get the vaccine. The governor says demand is high and you need to make your appointment as soon as possible, even if you aren't eligible yet. He says you can go to myvaccinegeorgia.com to pre-register. Today, President Joe Biden hit the road for the first leg of his Help is Here tour. But as he and the vice president roll out to sell his COVID relief plan, Skylar Henry explains Republicans are launching their own campaign.
President Joe Biden traveled to a Philadelphia suburb to visit a small business and promote the American Rescue Plan. This is all part of a 6-state swing for the president, vice president, and their spouses to peel back the layers of the plan for the American public. The Republican National Committee is launching its own campaign to combat the Biden administration's messaging around the COVID relief bill. They say the massive plan spends too little on the pandemic.
They tried to call the bill a couple of weeks ago a COVID bill, which had 1% for vaccines and 9% for health care and a whole lot of other things.
During a House committee hearing, acting FEMA Administrator Bob Fenton pushed back on assertions that migrants crossing the southern border are spreading COVID-19.
There's testing happening. What we're seeing is less than 6% positive right now coming across the border.
He also said FEMA is pushing to get many more Americans vaccinated as soon as possible, before hurricane and wildfire seasons begin.
FEMA is working with other federal agencies and our partners to ensure that vaccinations can proceed quickly as increased supplies allow, so that everyone who wants a vaccine can get one.
Tuesday, Mississippi became the second state after Alaska to open vaccine eligibility to everyone 16 and older.
Today, the acting FEMA administrator also told members of Congress his agency hopes to launch a 1-800 number call center in April. It would help begin reimbursing families of Americans who died of COVID-19 for funeral costs. More than 2 months after the attack on the U.S. Capitol, security still tight in D.C., but that's about to change. Fencing will be moved closer to the Capitol this week to improve traffic. And next week, some fencing will even be taken down. Officials say there is not a known threat against Congress or the Capitol building at this time. The National Guard will begin to reduce their members. Around 2,300 will stay until the end of May. The more infectious COVID variant is making waves in Europe, and now health officials are sending a warning to the United States. Europe's COVID crisis has been fueled by a stumbling vaccine rollout, and now Germany, France, and Spain are among countries pausing AstraZeneca's vaccine. It's over a small number of recipients, fewer than 40, experiencing blood clots. Now that's out of 17 million people who got the vaccine. The company and health officials say there is no evidence the shot is to blame. Dr. Fauci says Europe's struggle is a warning for America.
That's one of the issues, that when you plateau, there's always the risk of a surge. That's exactly what the Europeans have experienced.
A review is underway of that vaccine, and experts say here at home, we are moving in the right direction, but this will only continue if we protect ourselves and protect others. The first children, meanwhile, have gotten Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. It is part of the company's pediatric clinical trial. About 6,700 children in the U.S. and Canada between the ages of 6 months and 11 years are participating. They're getting 2 doses of the vaccine spaced out about 28 days apart. In December, Moderna announced it was testing the vaccine in adolescents between 12 and 17 years old. Tonight, Richmond County Schools moving forward with their right-sizing project. It has been going on since 2008. The next steps now will be to move the students from Murphy Middle School and Diamond Lakes Elementary. They also plan to change C.T. Walker to a K-5 school. The district will officially vote on the changes coming up in April. But coming up tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we'll hear more about the plans as well as how they will affect families now moving forward. Today is Election Day in Richmond County. Happening tonight, the Aiken County Board of Education will host a town hall meeting. It's happening at 6 o'clock tonight. Members will provide an update on North Augusta construction projects as well as the progress of their penny sales tax revenues. You can watch that meeting on the link on your screen.
And we do see a few raindrops on the camera out in Aiken right now. They're getting some light showers, and we'll see more rainfall moving in this evening. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.
All right, thanks. South Carolina DHEC is warning folks spring holidays, warmer weather, and of course more people getting together might set us back in our fight against COVID vaccine. State reporter Adam Mitzner is live in Columbia for us. And Adam, cases are going down, so why are DHEC officials now nervous?
Meredith, the concern is complacency. So let's start with the good news. As you were saying, according to Assistant State Epidemiologist Dr. Jane Kelly, we are heading as a state in the right direction. Cases down, hospitalizations down, deaths down. All good news, but there is bad news. She says she's already seeing people start to let their guards down, which means we could soon be going in the wrong direction.
So we've got this combination of people getting together more, the possibility of super spreader events associated with holidays that bring people together in church settings, in community settings, and in family settings, and the new variants circulating. I just have my fingers crossed.
But there is some more good news I want to share with you guys. Vaccine hesitancy is on the decline. Kelly says national trends are matching what she is seeing in our state. So you can even see here that both black and white Americans are more willing to get vaccinated and are saying less often that they want to, quote, wait and see before getting the shot. And why is that happening? Kelly says that's because people are seeing their friends get the shot and become completely safe, have no after effects. that are lingering or anything like that as a result of it. So people are starting to feel a little bit more confident about getting it themselves. But there is one group, Kelly says, that is still more vaccine hesitant than the other. She says younger adults, people in their late teens and 20s, are still not getting the vaccine at the same rates as others. She says that's because they assume that because they're at lower risk of getting seriously sick from the virus, that they don't really need the vaccine. She says that is wrong. Asymptomatic carriers, she reminds everybody, still can have the long-term impacts of COVID-19 like brain fog or long-lasting fatigue. Reporting live from downtown Columbia, Adam Mintzer on your side.
All right, thanks for that update, Adam. Now I want to take a look outside to Wheeler Road. You can see it's a bit hazy there in the background, and it looks as though some of us are getting some rain. Meteorologist Macaw Harding has what our temperatures look like tonight. And these rain chances, Macaw, I know some of the firefighters really want the rain to help with the brush fire danger.
And they'll definitely get some help as we head towards tonight into tomorrow as well, Meredith. Some of those hazy conditions we just saw might be some mist falling near Wheeler Road right now. Looking out across Aiken, you can see a few raindrops on the camera, so already getting some light rainfall out in Aiken County already this afternoon and this evening. Temperatures, though, very chilly in the upper 40s as you head towards northern parts of the CSRA. We find those colder temperatures saluted even in the low 40s right now, and those winds out of the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour, making it feel just slightly cooler, about 47 degrees what it feels like if you were to walk out the door in Aiken right now. Doppler Max radar showing our current setup around the southeast, and we do have an area of low pressure just off the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina, a stalled frontal boundary attached to that, and that also runs all the way over to our next weather maker that'll be moving towards our area throughout your day tomorrow, causing some severe weather in parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and then into our area by Thursday, and that'll bring us the next chance for us to see some of that possible severe weather as we head towards our weather alert day on Thursday. A closer look at Doppler Max radar around the CSRA, and we do find those moderate rainfall values near Sparta and Hancock County, and also some light rain still falling up towards parts of Washington and Lincoln counties. Aiken now looking like they're on the drier side, but you did see those raindrops on the camera as they saw some light rain earlier this evening. As we head towards tonight, we'll see more rain moving into the area. That rainfall could be on the heavier side, and a few rumbles of thunder definitely possible as we go through tonight. You can see again those yellow, oranges, and reds popping up on the map as we head towards that 10 p.m. hour. Things do look to clear out for the most part as we head towards your Wednesday morning, but the chance for some isolated showers as we head into the earlier part of your Wednesday and taking you through Wednesday afternoon as well. Now, this is one of our higher resolution models for tomorrow. And just showing that we could see more rainfall possible in the earlier parts of your Wednesday, but a better chance for rainfall and maybe even some storms moving in as we head towards the latter part of your Wednesday. So I do want to point that out, the chance for some stormy weather as we head towards the latter part of your Wednesday afternoon. But those rain chances relatively low for the day on Wednesday. Strong storms moving in for our weather alert day on Thursday. Those temperatures in the mid-70s. And then we'll see those temperatures drop towards the lower 60s by the first day of spring and looking sunny and breezy as we head towards Saturday. Meredith.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks, Macaw. Instagram changing the way it protects teenagers from social media threats like online predators. Elise Preston explains what the company is doing.
Instagram is taking steps to protect teenagers from unwanted interactions with adults. The popular social media company announced it will use artificial intelligence to restrict adults from messaging teenagers if they don't follow each other.
We're using machine learning to look at behavioral signals of how old someone is.
Instagram will also use prompts to encourage teens to be cautious and make it harder for adults to find and follow them.
People come to Instagram to connect with their family and friends.
On CBS This Morning, Instagram's Carolyn Merrill stressed that the activity on the platform is overwhelmingly positive, but
even in one of our latest reports, we saw that in over 10,000 pieces of content, 5 were potentially risky for teens. But 5 is too much, and that's why we're investing in even more technology to protect teens.
A 2019 study found at least 20% of children reported being contacted by an online predator.
It's estimated that there's maybe 500,000 predators online a day. Does that surprise you?
Yes and no. The number, yeah, that's very scary to hear that there are people out there doing that. No, unfortunately, doesn't surprise me.
Instagram is also updating its Parents Guide so that parents have the resources to help their children have a positive experience on the platform.
So hard because so many of us parents did not grow up with social media. Some of the things in that Parents Guide, by the way, setting boundaries for your kids. Encourage teens to avoid social media for an hour before bed and make sure they have an alarm clock that isn't their phone. Some good advice there. Local officials holding a social media safety and security discussion coming up in May. The focus will be just what we just talked about, protecting our children and teenagers on social media. It'll be at the May Park Community Center Saturday, May 15th from 12 to 2:30. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office, AU Cyber Institute, and other officials will be there giving parents vital information. There is a new golf game out featuring Tiger Woods. He signed an exclusive long-term deal with Take-Two Interactive. It was finalized before his car accident last month. Take-Two says the deal includes the rights to use Tiger Woods in the PGA Tour 2K franchise and any other golf games published by 2K. Prince Philip is now back at Windsor Castle today after a month-long stay in the hospital. Philip was initially treated for an infection that was not COVID-related, but then later had a heart procedure for a pre-existing condition. Prince Charles saying today he was happy his father is back home. If you use Google Chrome, you might be eligible for part of a $5 billion lawsuit. Coming up, we'll explain why you might think you have privacy when you really don't.
Unemployment, PPP loans, and stimulus checks creating new hurdles for millions of filers. It's a very serious situation for a lot of families. All right, team takes the uncertainty out of this tax season. Thursday on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Can't call my dad.
A California judge has ruled against Google, saying it must defend itself against a class action lawsuit over its privacy policies. It concerns the browser's incognito mode, and if you use Chrome, you might be eligible to join the lawsuit. Jamie Tucker explains what you need to know.
If you're using incognito mode in Google Chrome, you might think you have privacy. Think you can visit websites, search without anyone knowing what you're doing. But that is not true. If you are using Google Chrome's browser, you are being followed. Open an incognito window on the Chrome browser on a computer by pressing Control-Shift-N. On a phone, you'll tap on a new window and choose incognito. Now, you should see this icon of an invisible man, which might suggest that no one will see your search history, the websites you visit, some of your basic information. A class action lawsuit claims Google failed to notify users that it is collecting browsing data and shares it with advertisers, even in incognito mode. Now, Google claims, though, it does notify users on the page that opens when you open an incognito tab, saying it only means your activity is not being saved on the device or the computer, and that your work, school, or internet service provider can see your location and activity, as well as who's using the device. It also says web activity is still visible to websites, and advertisers can send you ads based on your online activity. Now, there are other browsers that prevent data collection. DuckDuckGo is a browser and search engine that keeps your information private. But Chrome is by far the most popular browser, used by about 64% of all internet users in the world, many of whom have a different definition than Google for the word incognito. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
The California judge's ruling means the class action lawsuit will move forward. The lawsuit seeks $5,000 in damages for each affected Google Chrome user. All right, if you're looking to expand your skill set, Aiken Tech is offering a free manufacturing training course. It's coming up this spring. South Carolinians will be able to attend the class from April 12th until June 17th. It's from 5:30 until 9:30 p.m. Everyone who passes the course will be able to join an invitation-only job fair with major South Carolina companies. We'll have more information as well as the link to sign up on our website, but maybe something to look into. Miguel?
Car wash forecast for tomorrow and Thursday. Not looking too good. We'll see those temperatures cooler tomorrow, warming up by Thursday, but we do have a chance for those showers and storms. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.
It's Ram Truck Month at Milton. Watch 1226 on your side, wherever you go.
For tonight, we are expecting more rainfall to move in across the CSRA. Those temperatures on the cooler side, low 50s around the Augusta metro to mid 50s possibly, and then we'll see those 50s around the rest of the CSRA, and some colder or cooler low temperatures found north of I-24 tomorrow morning. We'll look at high temperatures tomorrow in the low to mid 60s around the CSRA, and a 40% chance for those showers during the day tomorrow, but that better rain chance definitely coming in as we head towards the late afternoon for your Wednesday. Thursday again is our weather alert day, as we do have that cold front moving through the area that could produce some strong to severe storms. And then as we head towards the end of the week, we could see those rainfall totals anywhere in between about 1 to 3 inches around the area. So that could lead to some minor flooding issues for any low-lying areas and flood-prone areas around the CSRA. But Thursday is our weather alert day, and those temperatures do drop as that cold front passes through. Breezy behind the front as well, and looking towards the first day of spring, we'll keep those temperatures in the low 60s.
I think spring is already here, though. The pollen already starting to get all over everything.
That's right.
It's going to be a mess. Thanks, Macaw. Richard Rogers in the studio. He joins us in 2 minutes.
News 1226.